Hello beautiful humans, my name is Taryn and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a little late, but that is kind of normal. But today I am going to be doing my February reading wrap up. Let's get into it. Now, do I remember what I rated any of the books from February? Probably not. So I'm just gonna open up my Goodreads. If you do not follow me on Goodreads, you should. I barely post my reviews on there, but you'll always know what I'm reading. I have it linked in my link tree down below. I'm not really doing this in any type of order. I don't remember the order that I read them in. I mean, I can look at it on Goodreads, but they're in a stack right here and they're not in order. So this is the order that I'm gonna go in. Okay? All right, first we have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I read the fine print probably in December and I was like, nah, it was all right. I mean, I liked it, but I was not expecting this book. I loved this book. Now, I will say I'm very biased because the arranged marriage, marriage of convenience, forced marriage, that trope is my all-time favorite. When the man gets jealous and says, "That's my wife," gets me every time. So I do know I gave this 5 stars. I loved this. This was about Declan and Iris. The Dreamland Billionaire series follows all of the 3 brothers. What are their last names? Whatever. It follows the 3 brothers, and there's certain things that their grandfather left them to do in order for them to get their inheritance, or like their portion of what was left. And Declan had to get married, so he married his assistant. My camera's gonna die already? Seriously? Okay, let me just plug you in. Okay, I think we're good now. So yeah, Terms and Conditions, 5 stars. And I guess since we're talking about Lauren Asher, we might as well just go to The Final Offer, which is also by Lauren Asher. This is the 3rd book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. This one follows Cal and Alana. Callahan? His growth was magnificent. It was so good. This book was so well written. It was amazing. I loved every second of it. 5 stars. Perfect. Childhood friends to lovers, single parent. That's kind of all I got for you. It was amazing and perfect. So I would definitely read this series if you have not already. Okay, this is actually what I started February off with, and that is Broken Bonds by Bree. This is part of the Broken Bonds series, or no, what's it called? The Bonds That Tie series. I really like this book. I think I gave it 4 stars. Like, there's 6 books in the series, so obviously, like, I wanted more from it. It ended on a cliffhanger. I need to keep reading. I actually just bought the next 2 books in the series, so I'll be reading those really quickly. One of the last books that I read of the month was Still Beating by Jennifer Hartmann. This was 5 stars. This was the most heartbreaking, beautiful story ever. The love that these 2 characters had, the trauma that they went through, everything about this book was sad, amazing, beautiful. And if you can read dark romance, I highly recommend this one, as long as you check the triggers, because it's a hard book to read. It is, but it was very good. I also read When Gracie Met the Grump by Mariana Zapata. This was my first Mariana Zapata book, and I don't know that I'll read any more. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I'm going to bring it down to like a 3.75 because holy slow burn, besties, holy slow burn. These people didn't hug until like page 375. The banter was good, and then whenever things happened at the end, it was cringy. So, if you're into superheroes, if you're into Mariana Zapata, and if you are okay with the slowest burn of your entire life, I recommend this. But if none of those things are up your alley, just pass. just pass, you know? I read Twisted by Emily McIntyre. This was an Aladdin retelling, but Jafar gets the girl. It's not Jafar and Jasmine. It is Julian and Yasmin, and it's kind of a mafia romance. I really liked it. I don't know what I gave it, so let me just check that out real quick. I gave it a 4 stars, which makes sense. I liked it. It was good. It wasn't amazing. Her book, Wretched, which is in the Never After novels, is my absolute favorite just because the woman is the morally gray character. This one, you know, it was good. It was arranged marriage. It was, well, I guess forced arranged. It's one of those. You know, there's the my wife scene, all that fun stuff. But did I like write anything? Oh yeah, I didn't really feel a lot of the chemistry between the two until about 65% of the way through. Like, I mean, she thought he was hot and he like thought she was cute, but like there was no chemistry literally until about 65% of the way through. And then it was kind of like, oh, you guys do like each other, cool. So yeah, 4 stars. I read Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is a YA, a super, super cute YA. Like, this is a hug in a book. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was super cute, but I mean, and I feel this way about a lot of YA books. The main girl was just really annoying. As most high school girls are. And I was a high school girl. I can say that, okay? Okay. So yeah, but I still thought it was really cute. There's a lot of rom-com references in this, which I absolutely loved. And yeah, just the girl was like, everything just went right over her head. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. But it was super cute. I would recommend. I love Lynn Painter's writing. It's very easy to read. Did I read this in February? Yeah, I did. Yeah, because yeah, okay. Just making sure. I read Fair Catch by Kandi Steiner. This is the first book in the Red Rivals trilogy. No, it's not a trilogy anymore. It's just a series because there's 4 of them. I actually just bought the 4th one. I am the biggest fan of Blindside ever. I loved that book. It was 4.75 stars, so close to a 5-star, blah, blah, blah. This, I gave a 3.75. I gave a 3.5. It was good. I liked it. I don't know. I mean, I remember it, but it just wasn't amazing, you know? It was just like a kind of meh book. But I mean, I read them out of order, so no, I guess you don't technically need to read this one in order to read the rest of them. I loved Blindside, which is the second one. This one was just, you know, meh. You follow Zeke and Riley. They were just like miscommunication. It was kind of friends with benefits. The reason that they broke up was stupid. I think like she should have just freaking listened to him. Whatever. 3.5 stars. I also read Radiant Sin by Kate Robert. God, I read so books that I don't remember anything about. No, I remember this is fake dating. It's fake dating. It's spicy. It's good spicy. It's actually very much like Clue. Like, it gave me very Clue vibes, which I loved. So it has that mystery, like murder mystery in it. She is plus sized. He's obsessed with her. Boss, employee relationship. I liked it. I think I 4 stars, maybe 4.5. 4 stars. I liked it. I had to recheck just to like make sure. No, I do remember liking it. Yeah. Nothing will top Electric Idol in the series. Okay? Nothing. And that's okay with me. I love Electric Idol. But yeah, this one was 4. I feel like I'm going all over the place today. And I'm sorry. I reread Percy Jackson for like the 4th time. And I loved it. 5 stars. If you haven't read this series, I recommend reading the series. It's a middle grades. It's about Greek mythology. Percy is a half-blood, which is half human, half Greek god. No. Yeah. His mom is a human, his dad is a god. And you don't know who his dad is, and then his dad is claimed, and then crazy things happen. I really liked it, but I mean, it was a reread. This is This is an old series, but I do, if you haven't read it, I recommend it. It's kind of like, you know, some people were Harry Potter fans, some people were Percy Jackson fans. Actually, some people were probably both. I never read Harry Potter. I'm reading it now, so don't yell at me. But I was definitely a Percy girl. No, talk about those later, Taryn. The last book that I read this month, I still have more to talk about, but this was the last book that I read in February, was The Resurrection of Wildflowers. I kind of just read this so that I could finish out the duet. I don't think that either of these books in the duet are very good. This one was better than the last one. I will say that. This one was better than the last one, because the last one, how that ended, rude, honestly. This one, I liked. I gave it a 3-star. They have short chapters. They're super easy to read, but it does feel very childish how the writing is. Some people absolutely love this series. I just say that it's kind of meh. So if you want something really easy to read, like if you're trying to read a lot this year, The Confidence of Wildflowers, The Resurrection of Wildflowers, easy reads. I also read Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I gave this one, I don't know, probably 3.5 stars, 3.75. I gave this one 3.75 stars. So let me read my review so that I know what's happening. Okay, so yeah, the first half of this book was really good. Like, I loved the banter between these two. He was grumpy, she was sunshine, like literally the definition of grumpy sunshine. And then the second half of the book, like, he just left his grumpiness like away. Like, he just turned in, like, not Grump anymore. And I'm not, that, it threw me off. I will say that, who was it? Julian and Hallie? Hallie? I'm gonna say Hallie. Julian and Hallie. Julian was obsessed with her, which I loved. She is, I would say, like, mid-size is how I read her. And he loved every single part of her, which is fabulous to read. I love that representation in books. But I just wanted more from the end. The end felt very rushed. It didn't make sense to me. I don't know. I just wish that what was in the first half was carried out through the rest of it. So 3.75. Now we have 2 5-star books. Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. Perfection in a book. Nash and Lena were amazing. I loved them. This is the second book in the Knock 'Em Out series. And the third book is coming out in September, maybe. And I'm gonna scream. I am so excited for the third book. It's insane. But this one, yeah, 5 stars. I loved it. The spice, fabulous. Nash's growth was amazing. Lena being there for Nash was so good. So good. And then once they were together, they were together. I really liked it. Some people are saying that they didn't really feel the connection, which I don't see. I really liked it. I really liked it, okay? God, I'm so excited for the third book. And then another 5-star was Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. This is the third book in her Friend Zone trilogy. And this was just amazing. Who is this about? Vanessa and... Okay, that's still Vanessa. Adrian. Vanessa and Adrian, who are neighbors. And it's friends to lovers. Oh, their friendship is fabulous. Single parent. Does it say it on the back? Her mom and her sister both died at the age of 30, and she is 29. So she thinks that she's also on the verge of death, so she doesn't really want to get into a relationship. And Adrian is just obsessed with her, so they get into a relationship. It's so good. It's so good. It's so heartwarming. It's so beautiful. It's so... God, their love for each other was perfect. Perfect. She is a vlogger, a travel vlogger, and he's just like an accountant or some kind of business thing. No, he's not an accountant. Abby Jimenez has my heart. And so does this book. 5 stars. I don't know if I said that. I then listened to 2 audiobooks. And then I loved them so freaking much that I went out and I bought the physical copies. So this is Once Upon a Broken Heart and the Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. This follows Jax and Evangeline, and they're so good. It takes place in kind of the same world as the Caraval series, but you do not need to read the Caraval series to read these 2. I will say that you get a little of Jax's background if you read those, but it's certainly not necessary. These were so much better than the Caraval series. I still really like them, but these are both 5 stars. 5 stars, and I highly recommend you listen to the audiobooks. Okay? They're amazing. Even the Caraval audiobooks, amazing. But I had to get them physically because I loved them so much, and I need to go through them and tab them. Jax is a fate who every person that he kisses, they die unless it's his true love. And Evangeline only wants to find love. That is like her goal in life, is to find love, feel love, be loved, all of this stuff. Jax's true love we kind of found in Caraval. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but he found his true love in Caraval and it didn't work out, okay? Besties, I'm sorry. I don't know if that was a spoiler. Do I say that? I don't know if I should say that. But the world building that Stephanie does is amazing. These are YA. It's beautiful. Like, the picture that she paints is beautiful. And if you ever look up fan art from her books, it's like the most detailed fan art in the entire world because of how detailed she is in these books. And it's not boring detailed, because I can't rate a lot of details, you know what I mean? But it's just, oh, it's so good. So yeah, 5 stars for both of these. And then I read 2 Kindle Unlimited books. I read The Housemaid by Freida McFadden, and I think I gave it 4 stars. It gave very Verity vibes. If you've read Verity, I really liked it. I did guess what was going to happen, but it was still amazing. The second part of this book was wild. I loved every freaking second of it. Oh my gosh. It's short chapters. I think that Freida McFadden, could get you out of a book slump anytime, because short chapters are so easy to read when you're in a slump. Like, she kept you on your toe. Oh god, I really did like it, but it was just too close to Verity for me, and because I guessed it, like, I couldn't give it 5 stars. And someone also said it's super close to The Last Mrs. Parrish, I think might be what it's called. I'm not really sure. Someone said that it's like literally the exact same thing, but like, that happens, guys. It's fine. I don't know. I don't get annoyed when I read that kind of stuff. But yeah, 4 stars. It was good. I have the second one in the series just came out, and I'm really excited for that one. I have a feeling it's going to be better than the first one because I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm excited for it. And then I read, well, okay, I tried to read a KU book that was like on my February TBR. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to read this. And I got like 3% in and said, absolutely not. We are not reading this. Oh, I don't know what it was, because since I literally read 3% of it, I didn't even like write it down, track it or anything. I wonder if it's on my Instagram. Never Marry Your Brother's Best Friend by Lauren Landish. Yeah, I got 3% into it and didn't like it. So I put that one down and I picked up Ivory Tower by Morgan Elizabeth, she wrote 'Tis the Season for Revenge, and I loved that book. I thought it was such a cute Christmas read. I think I gave it like 4.75, maybe 5 stars. Like, I loved it that much, but this book wasn't it for me. I mean, I gave it 3 stars. It was all right. It was a mafia romance, and it just kind of felt like she was doing a book report on mafia. Like, she looked up everything related to the mafia and then tried to put it in the book. So that kind of threw me off, but I mean, it was still, maybe I'll knock it down to 2.5. I've learned that I kind of give my books very high ratings. Like, I won't give it less than a 3 unless I didn't like it. And I think I have high ratings, okay? That's okay. These people put a lot of work in their books, so I can rate them high. Someone out there loves them. Just not me. Yeah. So 3 stars. I'll just say a 3. 2.75. I don't know. I can't. I don't want to do that. I don't know. Okay. That was the 18 books that I read in February. It was a decent reading month. I didn't read anything lower than a 3 besides that one book that I DNF'd. Unless you want to count Ivory Tower, that I just cannot, I cannot decide what I want to rate it. But everything else was decent. It was pretty good. 3 stars and up. I'm down. We had a lot of 5 stars. We had a lot of 4 stars. I had a good reading month, and I hope you had a good reading month. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I'm still not very good at describing books to you, but I just think that you should go in blind like me, okay? So maybe I give bad descriptions on purpose. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day, night, week, month, year, all of those things. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every single time I post a video. We had 800 subscribers. What the actual heck? I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, beautiful humans.